girl Jasmine, aka Jazzy J, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about third trimester tips for your third trimester pregnancy. This is another video in my kind of new mom series. It's not a series really, but you know, it's another new mom video. Before we get into the tips, go ahead and leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video. The first tip that I have is to sleep. Number one, it's the number one tip is to sleep. First of all, it's not sleeping just because you're not going to get sleep when the baby comes. No, it's not that. It's sleeping because you're tired. Even if you don't feel tired one day, take a nap. Take a nap that day. Try to lay down, try to relax, something, because each day you get more and more tired. You're working like me, it's harder and harder to get up in the morning. So just sleep a lot, get a lot of naps, you know, take that time to relax and unwind. The next tip that I have is for heartburn. I had a lot of heartburn in my pregnancy, especially in the third trimester. It was bad, but my baby came out and she had a lot of hair. The heartburn is bad. It's the worst part. I got heartburn from eating Skittles. So for heartburn, I would say take Tums, of course, but what you can also do is take Pepsi AC like 30 minutes before you eat, so that really kind of calms it too. And then after you eat, if you still have the heartburn, you can take Tums too, and that works like a charm. Also, other stuff that I heard people do for heartburn is like apples. For some reason I heard Coke actually helps too, so I never tried Coke, but I tried the apples, and the apples do work a little bit more like towards the beginning. My next tip is that you should have your hospital bag packed by 35 weeks. This is crucial because let me tell you, I took forever to get my hospital bag packed, and I went to labor at 38 weeks exactly to the day, and I still didn't have my hospital bag packed. I had the baby bag packed. I had literally just packed the baby's bag a couple days before I went to labor. So I think just to be more prepared, to make sure you have everything, you should pack the bag by at least 35 weeks. Like I said, I didn't do it, so when my water broke, I was hurrying to put stuff in bags and just hurry up and go to the hospital. I was just doing anything, you know, and I did forget a lot of stuff. So I just think that you should have that prepared, you know, your bag and the baby's bag. The next tip I have is to clean your house. So first of all, when you get home from the hospital, you're not going to want to do any cleaning. You're going to go home, you're going to be sore, you're going to be tired, you're going to have a new baby. So it's like, you know, you should just kind of do all that before, you know, kind of set up the baby's sleeping arrangements, get the baby, you know, if they have a nursery, you know, get that all cleaned up and set up. Just get everything clean, you know, washing dishes, just to make sure there's no extra work for you when you get home from the hospital. The next thing I would say is prepare everything for your baby. So you don't need to baby proof your house just yet because your baby's not crawling or walking or anything. I would just say like everything in the nursery, like I said before, everything in the nursery, you should have it set up. Where the baby's going to sleep, you know, if you have like a changing table, setting up all the diapers and wipes and everything, just making everything look nice and be ready for the baby. This is a really crucial thing. You should make sure that you wash all of the baby stuff. All of the baby stuff, you should make sure you wash it. I would say by 35 weeks too, because, you know, after 36 weeks, you know, labor can come at any time. I washed all of my baby stuff after she was born because I didn't do this before. I mean, there was a lot of people giving us stuff. There were a lot of people, you know, everybody was buying stuff, giving it to us, so it was like so much to try to wash, and I just kept putting it off, and then I went into labor at 38 weeks, like I said, and it's like I didn't have anything washed. I mean, I had a few things washed. I washed the stuff that I put in a baby bag, but other than that, nothing was washed. Everything was still brand new, had the tags on it. So I think that's something that you should do way before. Clothes, sheets, towels, everything that you have for baby, you should make sure that you wash it in the baby detergent for 35 weeks. The next tip for the third trimester is to have a plan on how you're getting to the hospital, what it's going to be like on that day. A lot of hospitals have like hospital tours, so it's like if you don't know where you're supposed to go, you know, when you're in labor, they have hospital tours to let you know the entrances and everywhere that you need to go in. But you should definitely watch that. You should definitely be prepared to see who's going to take you to the hospital, who's going to be staying at the hospital. Just have a plan kind of put together so that you know and so that those people know, so it's not like a shock. Next third trimester tip that I don't see that often is to stretch. I tell you, first of all, when you get into the 3rd trimester, you're so done with being pregnant. Like literally, I was done. I was ready to just give birth. I was over it. So part of that was the heartburn, of course, and then like the pain. I had not it's not like a painful thing, but it's like it's so uncomfortable, you know. So my hips the whole 3rd trimester was really uncomfortable. It was really hard to sleep. So what I would say do is like kind of stretch your hips and kind of like do different movements. Just keep them moving, you know. Don't keep them in one spot too long, and just kind of like just stretch them. Try to get your muscles kind of going. And then also I got cramps in my calves really bad at nighttime. I know I've heard some people get this as well. So it's like stretch your calf muscles, and you can do that by just, you know, sitting and flexing your feet back. I would really say do that, you know, stretch your legs, because they can get, you know, kind of crampy and stuff. So do that along with eating bananas, because bananas help give you potassium, which helps with the cramps. It's more like a Charlie horse type of feeling when you get those cramps, but I would just be aware of that and kind of stretch maybe before bed, stretch maybe when you get up, you know, just throughout the day, and drink a lot of water too, because that really helps as well. The next thing I would say for your 3rd trimester of pregnancy, if you're tired of, you know, being pregnant like I would say walk a lot. At my job, I was on my feet the whole shift, 8 hours straight. So ultimately that kind of helped my baby be downward. She was down my almost entire pregnancy. So it really helped to just kind of, you know, gravity. It kind of brings them down, you know, and then especially towards the 3rd trimester, it really kind of, I don't know, you feel a lot of pressure on your hips, and it's like that's what I felt for the longest, pressure on my hips when I was walking. But I also went into labor at 38 weeks, so walking does help. The last tip that I have for your 3rd trimester in pregnancy is probably the most important one out of all of these, and it's to keep your doctor's number in your phone. I didn't do this, okay? There's so many of these tips that I didn't do that I wish I would have done, and it would have been a little better. But keep your doctor's number in your phone, because you're gonna need it, honestly and truly. When I went into labor, I was calling, and I was calling the wrong number for the doctor, because like I just looked up the hospital that I was going to online instead of just having the doctor's number on speed dial on my phone. And so it was like I was just kind of confused, and everything was just going crazy. I was panicking, everybody else was panicking. So it's just better to keep your doctor's number in your phone. And then there's a lot of concerns in your 3rd trimester. There's a lot of times when you're like, okay, could I be in labor or am I not in labor? During those times, that's when you'll need your doctor's number to contact maybe the triage nurses or anybody who's there to help you to know if you're in labor, if you should go to the hospital, if you should stay home. So I would say just always keep your doctor's number in your phone. All right, you guys, that is the end of this video. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment down below, let me know what you thought, let me know what else you want to see, and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video. And I'll see you guys in the next video.